All right. So can we quickly just can somebody tell me what we have done in last 2 days? Can we just revise it quickly if anybody could do?
First day, ma'am, we have completed the cases. What is the sexual harassment? What are the myths are there? So it is for men or women, and who will be the preceding officer. These all things, and three cases mainly we have discussed. That one is Aruna Shanba case. It was not discussed as a sexual harassment case for as a this thing posh committee case, but only thing is it should consider that because that was the first case we have come through. And then we have this thing Vishaka committee case, which is now we all know that Vishaka committees come in 2013. So that one case we have discussed. Then one Kuvar Devi, which was thrashed by the High Court because it was a modesty case, and which is Supreme Court said that it is a mere mistake of law, and that case we have discussed. Then
Yes, Rupan Deval
second
Bajaj
day,
case. That is
yeah,
Rupan
Deval
Deval
Bajaj.
versus.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Rupal Deval Bajaj case. And then that was the first day. And what are the myths are there? We have discussed that first. And the second day itself, we have discussed about.
Okay, just a minute, Manisha, just a minute. Can somebody else tell me what we covered yesterday?
You want me to tell you?
Yes,
Can I?
please.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
It is the Bhavri Devi case. That was a real, what do you say, milestone because that was so horrible. And after that, it's all started. The posh, the necessity of the posh. Then, or the Gill case was the first one. And then, secondly, yesterday we saw the main thing which I got was intent versus impact, all the cases. Huh?
Yes. So
Then
impact is
quid
what
pro,
matters a lot.
that's right. And quid pro quo, that was another point which we got. So anybody else can say the young
Yes.
ones now.
Anybody else can please tell which are the
So,
types and which are the forms of sexual harassment?
so
Ma'am, there
ta-
were four types of sexual harassment: visual, verbal, physical, and cyber. And there were two forms of sexual harassment: quid pro quo and hostile work environment. And
Okay.
we also
Okay.
discussed about the committees yesterday, organized and unorganized.
Yes. Thank you. And who else can tell me about what is quid pro quo?
something in return.
Yes. Something in written. Absolutely right. Who can tell me about creating hostile environment?
Yes, it's
It's like in a group teasing that person, taking another's name, or giving or appreciating. Yeah,
Anybody
the,
else? Right, you're on the right
When she
track.
is
You
not
all
feeling
are on the right
comfortable to
track.
work
But I
there over.
won't need more elaboration on that.
Making the environment such that people would not be able to work in there.
Exactly. Spreading some rumors or, talking about that person in such a way that he is not comfortable or he feels hostile at the workplace. Absolutely right. Anything else that we learned?
yeah, that is
Can you please put on the.
ostracization, then exclusion. These are the worst, rather more cruel things one can do against a person.
What did you say?
Exclusion or ostracization.
Okay, yes, yes. Okay, so you all are, I think this is a brilliant car, audience which I have got. All of you are really, I think, intending to start the training. That is really great because you're um, adapting there are some people who are not having any legal background and yet they are answering and they are understanding what things are going on. That is really appreciable and that shows your devotion and also that you are determined to do something for this. So this is really great, and with this we start our today's session. Today we are going to cover um, First of all, we are going to cover exactly what is workplace and who is called as an employee. So, what all things would be covered under employee? And third, very important, is what are the responsibilities and duties of the employer. All right. So, you all are there with me? Yes, everybody is there with me. Today we are going to
Yes,
cover
ma'am.
mainly on this
Yes,
thing.
ma'am.
Okay, yes,
Yes,
yes.
ma'am.
So, responsibilities of employer, who is employee, and what is workplace. All right, so we begin, and just tell me if you are able to see the video, the screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, get going. Dear all, so we'll just quickly revise this: sexual harassment, making physical contacts or advancements, demanding or requesting sexual favors, that is quid pro quo, give this for that, passing sexually colored remarks, showing pornography, one is visual, one is verbal. Some examples of behavior that constitute sexual harassment at workplace: referring to baby, sexy, माल क्या माल है, क्या item है भाई, okay, this kind of an remarks would amount to sexual harassment, even if there is no direct advances or no direct asking for any sexual favors. But at workplace, this certainly amounts to sexual harassment. Whistling at someone and making sexual comments, which we yesterday saw about that tune of whistling, right? Commenting on someone's specific body parts. So this could be fatty or your boobs, something about, that those kind of a thing. Now, here telling sexual jokes or stories causing or likely to cause awkwardness or embarrassment. So, if you're in a group and you're telling some sexual joke, right, which a woman might feel very embarrassing or awkward, she might be, awkward due to this. So, this will all be into sexual harassment. Asking about sexual fantasies, preference, and history. Like, how is your life with your husband? Or how many sexual partners do you have? Or what about, sexual advances in card, or, something of these kind of a things. There was a case where you must be knowing about truth and dare kind of a game, and where you are supposed to tell something about two things. So one question, like, whether you have committed your sexual act in a car, something of that kind. So asking some questions which are this, or making kissing sounds, howling, or smacking lips, which we all have seen in Hindi movies, right? और सिंगिंग सॉन्ग्स लाइक सेक्सी सेक्सी मुझे लोग बोले, सरकायो लो खटिया जाड़ा लगे, राइट? So even uttering these songs at a workplace would amount to sexual harassment. Now, telling lies or spreading rumors, this will come into what, dear participants? Telling lies or spreading rumors, quickly.
Hostile environment.
Hostel.
Absolutely right, thank you so much for that. Okay, using gender based insults. Women are meant to make babies, or if you remember one video from English you're meant to make laddus, that kind of a thing. uh, or I'll show you that video also in the end, where when Sri Devi says that men cooking is an art, but women cooking is something everyday's job. So what's so great in that, right? Repeatedly asking out a person who is not interested, as we have seen in Shailendra Singh Rai's case, where he was repeatedly asking her for lunch, or repeatedly asking her for taking a walk along with him, which would amount to sexual harassment. So, though you may, he was under impression ki where is something where I'm not asking anything sexually, I'm not even utter that word. So the court here has said that Allahabad High Court, Honorable Allahabad High Court here said that everything this will amount to sexual harassment. All right. So non-verbal looking up and down, blocking a person's path, giving personal gifts, okay, sexual gestures with hand or through body movements, winking, throwing kisses or licking lips, stalking including cyber stalking, displaying sexist or other offensive pictures. So all these will come into sexual harassment. And yes, before we begin ahead, just tell me if this is audible to all of you. Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
चाय कम होती जा रही है विशु।
मैम ऑडियो नहीं आ रहा है, वॉइस नहीं आ रहा है। स्टार्ट तो हो गया है बट आई थिंक इट्स स्लो एंड वॉइस नहीं आ रहा है।
तुम्हारे सही है, बीवी बच्चे घर में
audible, but it is breaking.
ऑर्डर में मजे दे रहे हो। बता तो आप ही ने दिया था भैया। हाँ, यहाँ सूखे बैठे तो आप पूल में डुबकी मार रहे हो। अपनी मनोरथ को लेके आ जाओ यहाँ पे। अरे कहाँ, 10 साल की बेटी का बाप। हाँ जी हाँ। वैसे ये होटल वाले बोल रहे थे किसी की हरी चटनी छूट गई है। अरे बाबू तुम बदतमीज। चलो
मैम, audible.
काम है हमें। अरे सुनिए तो।
Up on your next speed.
अपने मनोरथ बोला से
The voice is not clear.
बहुत बदन दर्द कर रहा है।
Hello, all. Don't worry about the voice. I'll resend this video to you. Just listen. I have increased the volume now to the fullest.
Can you please start from the beginning?
Yes, I will. I will. Just listen quietly.
सिंह साहब, मीटिंग आ गई। चाय कम होती जा रही है विशु। अरे क्या सिंह साहब, बहुत बदन दर्द कर रहा है। बादाम की दूध खा ले। ज्यादा तुम्हारे सही है, बीवी बच्चे घर में तो खुद वहाँ सपना ऑर्डर में मजे दे रहे हो। बता तो आप ही ने दिया था भैया। हाँ, यहाँ सूखे बैठे तो आप पूल में डुबकी मार रहे हो। अपनी मनोरथ को लेके आ जाओ यहाँ पे। अरे कहाँ, 10 साल की बेटी का बाप। हाँ जी हाँ। वैसे ये होटल वाले बोल रहे थे किसी की हरी चटनी छूट गई है। अरे बाबू तुम बदतमीज। चलो रखो, काम है हमें। अरे सुनिए तो। अभिजू जी सर, अपने मनोरथ बोला सर। साक्षी मैडम, शर्मा। हाँ सर। अरे वो अग्रवाल क्रशर का क्या हुआ? सर मैंने कल आपको फाइल दी तो थी। अच्छा, तो देखो यही रखी होगी। बैठो। नहीं सर, ठीक है। सर ये क्या लगा के हो, महक जा रही हो? सर ये जो रिन्यूअल पेपर्स है इसमें दोनों पार्टनर्स के नाम है और नीचे सिग्नेचर्स भी है। ये सतीश अग्रवाल, ये सुधांशु। ये फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंट का अप्रूवल और ये पोल्यूशन कंट्रोल बोर्ड के पेपर। सर प्रॉब्लम हो रही है कि सतीश अग्रवाल अभी साइन करने से नहीं है। क्या हुआ सर? क्या आप कुछ देख रहे हैं? मतलब मेरे बूब्स देख रहे हैं? अरे तो देखिए ना अच्छे से। ये देख। नाटक बंद कर। अरे नहीं सच में सर। वैसे भी आप आधे टाइम तो मुझे देखने के लिए बुलाते हैं, तो एक बार अच्छे से देख कर। ये देख। बहुत पछताएगी तू। अरे सर सीरियसली। अच्छा मैं ये उतार दूँ, है ना? तो देखने दीजिए ना। मेरे पास कुछ स्पेशल नहीं है, सेम ही होता है सबका। हाँ बस साइज थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे होता है बस। वैसे भाभी जी का क्या साइज होगा? 34 ना, या 36? आपको तो पता ही होगा सर। सॉरी। माना मेरी स्किन थोड़ी मुलायम है, लेकिन मलाई थोड़ी ना है सर कि जब आपका मन चाहा आपने चम्मच डुबाया और चाट लिया। अरे शर्मा जी तो शर्मा गए। सर आपके डर से तो मैंने स्लीवलेस पहनना भी छोड़ दिया।
Hope you were able to listen to this audio.
Yes, please.
It was breaking, but understood, ma'am.
Yes, I'll send the video. Don't worry. Okay, now coming to the important part, which I said we'll be covering as to who all would be included in the definition of employees. So here, employee, whether full time or temporary, would be covered. Whether on contractual basis would be covered. Daily wage employee will also be covered. Probationer will also be covered. Intern, right? For example, if you're going to the lawyer's office and you're doing the internship for say 6 months or so, yet you would be covered. Trainee, housekeeping workers, all right. So housekeeping workers belongs to which category?
Domestic.
Unorganized.
Yes, unorganized and
Domestic worker.
Housekeeping workers.
Domestic unorganized.
okay. Are housekeeping in
Home worker.
hospitals? What about housekeeping in hospitals?
Contract.
See, it could be housekeeping is not only confined to domestic, it could be also housekeeping workers in hospitals, in cooperative societies, all right? Security workers, again, applicable to everywhere where security is appointed. Representatives of client, volunteers without any stipend or salary. All this would be covered under sexual harassment. So, see, the act has the act has included almost everybody in this category of employee, whether paid, unpaid, whether domestic, otherwise, whether housekeeping were appointed in a big institutes or security workers, etc. All would be covered under the term employee, right?
But contract workers also will be under that.
Yes, yes,
Covered.
contractual workers. The act specifically tells that contractual workers, paid, unpaid, probationer or otherwise, intern, trainee, all are covered under this term employee. So basically, this is not something to you. You can behave, अच्छा चलो temporary है. It's a making workplace safe for everybody, whether it's an intern or a trainee, all right, or a probationer. Now in this employee, or in this who can file a case, same gender complaints. Now somebody asked me about if a female is harassing. Now we need to understand whether the harassment is for what, whether it is for the work or whether it is otherwise sexually remarked. That we need to understand, and then we can determine whether it is a sexual harassment or not. In this Malabika Bhattacharya versus Internal Complaint Committee, Vivekananda College. So here, this was a very nice, example where it says that though the victim should always be a woman, okay, but the respondent, according to section 2M of the Act, says that any person against whom the aggrieved woman has made a complaint. So the term respondent includes he or she, anybody, right? So here the one woman had passed some sexual remark against the other woman on her body parts. So she filed a case, and it said that yes, respondent could be men or women, anybody. Only thing is that aggrieved person should be women, or victim can be women in this when it comes to the Sexual Harassment at Workplace Act. But UGC has made this gender neutral. So we'll also talk this in detail. So here there are guidelines issued by the UGC, that is University Grants Commission, and they have a different guidelines wherein it has made gender neutral, making it possible for male and transgender students to file sexual harassment complaints as well. All right. Now, what is workplace, which is again very important? Yes. So during COVID period, we all were working from home, and this outbreak of this COVID pandemic and imposing of lockdowns by government to curb the spreading of disease has changed the workplace dynamics. The organizations have adapted work from home policy to ensure that the productivity and timely service is not compromised. As the employer and employees try and adjust to this new normal, the difficulties faced to sexual harassment at workplace remain intact. So now also, even after we don't have any threat of this disease, yet the organizations have understood the importance of that work from home scenario have been completely, it has we have not curbed it totally. There are a hybrid mode which is going on even now. So it's like twice a week or thrice a week you go to office, and then otherwise you work from home. So there is cost cutting also behind it, so they have understood the importance of this. And therefore many organizations, even after the COVID period, even after that pandemic has got over, they have adapted this working style, which is a hybrid. Now what was there, like even you were working from home. See what the act says. If you go by the definition, a dwelling place or a house, as stated in section 2, will be applicable. So even if you're working from home for the company, this would be covered, right? It's not necessary that workplace should be an office setup, right? It is not that it should happen in the four wall within the organization. It could happen at home also. So first thing is, as per law also, dwelling place or a house, as stated in section 2, this fits in the ambit of workplace. So your house is also, if you are working, will also be the covering under this POSH Act. Now let's see the cases which have come during this COVID pandemic period. So here is Saurabh Kumar Malik versus Comptroller and Auditor General of India. So they have said that you have to keep the objective behind the judgment. You cannot narrow down, and you cannot go on curtailing the employees or the workplace, and you cannot take an excuse of that. So, here to give the life to the provisions of this social beneficial legislation. See, we need to understand that posh or sexual harassment at workplace is something which is social beneficial legislation, and you have to give a broader meaning to it. So the principle of notional extension, now this is very important, the principle of notional extension to broaden the concept of workplace as extended workplace. Hence, the employee's home becomes the notional office for the purpose of this act. All right. So, understanding this as a social legislation, they have included almost all as in the term of employee, and also they have given a wider connotation to the workplace, and the principle of notional extension or extended workplace has been it has attached to your home also. Here is another case of Jaya Kodate, Rashtrasanta Tukroji Maharaj, Nagpur University, where again a liberal interpretation to broaden the scope of workplace to be beyond the literal physical workplace. So your office is situated somewhere in, some part, but it's not confined only to that. The act doesn't confine to only that workplace where the office is situated. It further extends to other areas where it's related to some work, right? So it includes work from home scenario. It includes work related to phone or e-communication. So if you're there somewhere else, not even at your home, and you're talking on phone relating to work, and if somebody sexually abuses you even on phone, that will also amount to sexual harassment, even though you're not at home or you're not in the office. I hope this is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Does the act constituting sexual harassment have to occur at work? No. The act does not necessarily have to occur at workplace only. It could occur in the any of the following places. Social event organized by your employer. So, for example, you have kept some, just supposing if yours is a construction company, and you have arranged, you are there at some exhibition to exhibit your houses or something of that kind, and you are at that exhibition, and some people you have deployed there, for that purpose. So in that place, if something of this happens, whether this act will be applicable?
Yes.
Absolutely yes, because this is an event organized by the employer. So wherever it is, this will be applicable, right? During work related travel, for example, if you are going on some project, or again you may be you have gone to other countries, say you have gone on some project to USA, and a team has been sent there. So during travel, if something happens like this, you would be covered under this act at a client or customer's premises. Supposing if you are into marketing and you have gone to some client, okay, to discuss about your product or whichever things you are dealing with, and there you face something like this, yet this act will be applicable. So, at training events, business lunches or dinners, promotional campaigns, or public relations events with clients, customers, or prospective partners, you are into partnership and you are meeting in some hotel or business place. Nowadays all meetings happen in big hotels, wherein, I mean, 3 star, 5 star, and where you have this business meets, right? And there you happen to meet your prospective partner or your client, and there something he misbehaves with you, this will be included. So this is neither your home nor your office, yet this will be included in the sexual harassment act. It would be covered under this act. The reason behind this is related to work, right? So during the course of work, related phone conversations or communications via electronic media, all these would be covered under the sexual harassment. So in fact, the act has left nothing, right? Almost all the employees are there covering, including the women, and also any place where you have gone for the official work would be covered. Now, here, Miss Anvesha, an employee as an IT service provider, works as on site staff at the premises of the client. She was sexually harassed by an employee of the MNC during the office party at the client's place. Can she file the complaint under Sexual
Yes,
Harassment
ma'am.
Act?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, because the IT service provider is essentially a contractor and a woman is employed on the client's premises through the IT service provider. Okay, so women employed through agents or contractors are protected under the ambit of Sexual Harassment Act as the harassment occurred during an official party which she has visited in the course of her employment. Such place will be covered under the act.
Yeah, it's almost like a workman compensation act, ma'am, right? In the course and out of the course of your employment, if you
Yes,
suffer some
yes,
injury, right?
yes, absolutely
Mhm.
right. So now workplace, it could be nursing homes, NGOs, farms, hospital, government organizations, corporations, educational institutions, companies, house, service providers, sport facilities, where a stadium is there, something of that kind, or training is given. In Pune, we have, Deccan Gymkhana, or what is that? PC,
Balewadi, Balewadi.
Gahunje, right, Gahunje, all right. So these sport facilities, okay. Cooperative societies, which is the area which is totally neglected. Please tell me one cooperative society who is implementing this POSH Act. Have you come across any cooperative societies? Tell me your housing society where you stay, whether it is covered.
No.
No.
Just I give you 1 minute to think and think about where you are staying, whether this is implemented.
No, ma'am.
So
No.
this is okay. You go to your child's school, wherever your children are studying. Is there any sexual harassment at workplace? This act is implemented. See, POSCO may be there, but POSH is not there. So POSCO is something which is related to children, right? But then it's not only in school, there are all children. Teachers are there, peons, clerks, principal, parents coming and dropping their children. All are there coming, adults are coming. Why this POSH is not there? Have
Ma'am,
you
for
ever
even
given a
it's
thought on
not there.
that?
It is there actually. It is because it is written there in workplace. Educational institutions are there. So because of that, it is there.
I'm talking about their schools. I'm not talking about colleges.
Schools I'm talking about.
Huh.
Schools also, because it comes in the educational institutions. School also come in that this thing. So when you're interpreting the educational institution, it says that all schools, colleges, all the nurse, even if nursery, the small preschools also come in that.
It comes in, that is a fine thing. But tell me the number of schools implementing this act?
No, so many schools don't have the IC committee, but those who
Exactly.
are
That is
international
what I
schools
meant
now
to
they are having
say.
IC committee.
Yes, that is what I meant to say is that, they are totally running after POSCO, POSCO, POSCO. But I need to tell dear schools, this POSH Act is also applicable to you all, right? So, majority, we are concentrating workplace means all companies, that mindset is there. Like, okay, all organizations, all IT companies, all these, we are fully concentrating on there, and we are neglecting on these things which is now, so what I'm saying is there is a huge scope for you all to work on all these areas. Okay, now let's start with this. Two colleagues went to a pub during post office hours to liaise with a client, and a harassment incident happened with the client. So, should POSH committee handle this harassment as it is outside office premises?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, because they visited during the office hours.
No, no, post office hours.
Yes, it should be because they
They
have
are still
met
employed.
with the client. They
Yes,
have met with the client.
yes, because office hours to liaison with the client. That is important. Now, next, I want everybody to please answer or respond to this so that I'll get to know whether you're understanding or not. I know this is a brilliant audience in front of me, but I'll be happy getting the
No,
response
ma'am, the
from you all.
second one is not under Posh.
Okay, second one, a group of four colleagues went on a trip to a hill station over a long weekend, and something untoward happened between them during that time. Should POSH committee handle this?
No, as it is
No, it
unofficial.
will.
No,
No,
ma'am.
no.
No, ma'am.
Anybody
Unofficial.
saying yes? Absolutely right. All are very brilliant. Really, all are brilliant. It is unofficial. So, you doing anything outside the hours, not connected to any work, right? So, this will not be covered under the POSH, and POSH committee is not cannot handle this. Okay. While working from home, I was asked some unwelcome questions by my manager. Will my home be considered a workplace? Should I report this
Yes.
as harassment to the POSH committee?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
It depends on unwelcome what kind of questions they are, though.
See, when it is again, we go back to impact versus intent theory. It's unwelcoming for me, right?
No, ma'am. Basically, if the unwelcoming questions are about your job, then it's not going to fall under Posh.
No, these are certain, see, questions relating to work won't be unwelcome, but some questions which are unwelcome can be sexual harassment. Okay, so here the intent of this question is that can your home be considered as a workplace?
Yes.
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 Yes, yes.
Yes.
So
Yes.
your home will be considered as a workplace, right? Sumana,
Ma'am, I have a question with second scenario
huh?
where we are talking about these four colleagues. Na, suppose one of them get harassed by the three out of any three. थ्री में से अगर कोई भी करता है तो what will be the situation in that case?
See, first of all, they have gone on unofficial trip. So the question is, should POSH committee handle this? So answer to this is POSH committee will not handle this. But if they have to complain outside the, they can always. Who have, nobody had stopped them from doing that.
Okay,
It
ma'am.
will be a police complaint in that
Posh,
case.
like it's a
Yes,
police
yes,
complaint,
yes.
like FIR they can go for,
See, for
otherwise they
that
can.
matter, they can do whatever they want to. But are we concerned? We are not concerned. Posh committee is not concerned, right?
Okay, ma'am.
So they can, that person can go to police station, they can go to parents, they can settle it among themselves or whatever they want to do, they will do. But our question was, should Posh committee handle this? No, because this is unofficial, outside office premises, nothing related to work. Okay. So then individually they can take any cognizance of this offense, right? So then all BNS, IPC will come into picture.
For the fourth one, ma'am,
Huh. Yes.
so cannot be taken under. Can it be taken under the posh of that organization? Suppose it's a hotel.
Wait. Sumana stayed in a hotel while on official trip. The staff working there misbehaved with Sumana. Can Sumana report this? As did not happen in her office. She has to complain to her this thing, Posh committee.
Her organization.
Yes, and then the organization, that committee will also conduct the inquiry, and they will also report it to that their committee, the hotels
Organization.
committee, and they will be forced to take the action against that person.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Ma'am, this is little confusing, because you said this in post scenario. Can we go back? Because this is happened with their employee, that employee. So this employee can complain. This is a outer complaint. They can take this. IC committee is handling this. Again, they are going to give, because in normal course of action, they will definitely go to that hotel, specific hotel, and they will complain about
No,
it.
no,
And that posh
just a
committee
minute,
can handle that.
just a minute. Sumana will first report to her office complaint committee. Then they will approach to the hotel's complaint committee saying that your employee has committed this act. And then this hotel committee will conduct the this thing. What you say?
Inquiry.
Yes, inquiry. Although
Okay, okay. I got it. I got it. I got it.
she can also complain to there, but advisable that she first goes to her, because she is on what official trip of her office, right?
Madam, is a personal extension in Sumana's case?
Right, exactly. I'm coming to that. So if you say that if she is coming here, she has both the options. First option is to complain to her organization because she is on official trip of her organization, as well as she can directly complain to their, but advisable, I mean the law says that first she has to complain to her office company, and then they will approach, and then the reporting or the inquiry will be done. So it will not that, she, see, she is on an official trip from whose company? Her own company. And she has to convey it to her company that, look, I have been doing this work for your organization and I have faced this. So it is, I'm working from you, I want protection from you. Are you getting it first?
Yes, ma'am. Now I understood.
Yes. So I am, whose responsibility is that? It is my employer's responsibility. So first I will be filing it to my employer that this has happened while I was working for you, while I was working for the work. So she cannot directly go there, right? Her responsibility is on whom? Responsibility is on her employer, which is very important. So she will have to
Ma'am,
file first to her inquiry committee, and then things would go to this. And then their hotel staff would take and conduct an inquiry against that person who has committed this. Now they can say, look, Somebody coming into our organization, you cannot do this. Got it? But
But
officially,
ma'am, I'm just
her
thinking when we look at
responsibility
the
is of her employer.
Ma'am,
ma'am.
there is a query.
Hmm?
Yeah, I just wanted to add, ma'am, like
Hmm.
when we look at, what would constitute, for example, against whom it can be committed. So it is not only I mean, anybody who is visiting. Now, if we look from that hotel's perspective, right?
Yes.
She was there present. Okay, so I think she should also have the right to, will she have the right to complain to that committee directly?
See,
Because she
but
Yes,
was
ma'am. Even I
actually there
also
with
feel
the
that.
just a
instrument
minute, just a minute. Let me clarify this point. She has these two options, no doubt about this. But then, first, she is working for whom? If she directly complains there, right? If she directly, what about her? She is representing whom? Why you're leaving that? Why are you leaving that? Main basic responsibility is of her employer. So she has to first complain there, and then via that posh committee, it will go to the office committee. Not that they will not be into picture, they will also be in the picture. But via her employer, because her responsibility is of her employer. Why you want to directly go when you have a channel which you should be going?
Ma'am, there's a
Yes.
query. Suppose in our field, we are going as a resource person to some other university or campus, and we
Right.
will be going on duty. So at that time, what should we do? Means where to complain then?
Same thing, you complain to your own posh ki this has happened while I was representing our company. Then they will approach that person or that committee where these things has happened. And if they don't, because see, it has to be channelized. If you go directly, tell me what happened. Are there chances of your being, forget about that. But this is a proper channel which you should follow, that you should first complain to your employer, because you are representing your office, and your responsibility, your safety is a responsibility of your employer. So first it should go to them, and then it should be channelized to that hotel.
But one more thing, can she do it at both the places simultaneously?
She
Because
can
their
she can do that
management.
both the places, but she should avoid going directly to the hotel staff. And it is always better to go through the channel, because her whole responsibility is, see what we have seen in Vishaka guidelines. Clearly, the guideline says the accountability is shifted to the employer. So who is accountable? The employer is accountable. So let the employer take the further action. Clearly, the guideline
Yeah.
says this. Okay.
Uh,
Now we come to, yes.
Yeah,
Anything
ma'am.
else?
Actually, I just want to say about this again. This is actually why, ma'am, it's very important to go with the channel, because if you don't go with the channel, if something goes with that inquiry, like like if you directly complain to the hotel, and if anything goes wrong with that inquiry, then your employee, because you have not complained to your own organization, so they
Exactly.
always say that we are not responsible for it, because in first instance you didn't come to us, you directly went to
Exactly.
them.
But
Because the
I'm
Exactly.
same thing
also
See,
happened in
thinking
my
that
case.
the apply
I'm also
apply the
thinking.
logic. Apply the logic. If it is coming directly from you, the hotel staff will say nothing happened like this in our work premises, and this is false. Then that lady would have no other way, right? So
Yeah, because
preferable
this
to go through
exactly.
the channel. And moreover, the guidelines clearly tells us whom the accountability should be on. So why you go, in a wrong direction when the guidelines are clear cut given to us, right? So, what happens in this case is, generally you think logically, something, the lady is coming and she is complaining, And then the inquiry committee will sit and they said nothing like this happened, go to your home. She will have no other way and she have to accept then what has been said. So first thing is you go to the person whom who has this accountability. That's it. Okay, now let's move further. So the
Yes, ma'am.
answer to this is clear cut. Go to your posh committee, right?
Thank you.
Yes. So now, yes. Workplace extended, any place visited by the employee. So you may go to hotel, you may go to traveling, or you may fly to any other country. You have to report to your employer. Keep this in mind. Otherwise, you would not have any, nobody is going to say like, chalo, अच्छा ऐसे किया हमारे एम्प्लॉय ने तो हम उसको निकाल देते हैं. इफ यू गो डायरेक्टली दिस इज बाउंड टू हैपन टू यू. So don't make this mistake when the guidelines are very much clear. All right, let's move ahead. Yes. Law towards sexual harassment in India. This is first to see prevention, protection, and redressal. So, first we have to prevent this. If this happens, then we have to protect and make the workplace safe. And even if this incidences happens, you have to have some redressal mechanism to tackle or handle these cases. But then the responsibility lies on whom? Responsibility lies on whom, dear all? It lies
Employer.
on the employer. Employer has to, it lies on the employer. So workplace, government, local bodies, private workplace, whether it's government or the private organization. Okay. Whether it is a person who, dwelling house. If, okay, one thing I want to ask to you, if the scenario is a maid is being harassed, whom should she complain? The wife of that man, or like what?
Pardon, ma'am, we
Unorganized
didn't get the question.
Unorganized committee.
Unorganized. So unorganized sector should complain where?
district committee, they
Local
have
employee.
Local committee.
Local committee. Please keep this in mind. Even if somebody, you're, sleeping and somebody wakes you up and asks you, unorganized sector is to be complained where? It is local committee. All right?
yes, ma'am.
Yes. So don't forget that, please. Organized sector, you have internal complaint committee. Unorganized sector, local committee. Okay, one more question. If the complaint is against employer, then where will you file the complaint within the organization? ICC,
I
Local
LC?
committee.
Yeah,
Again,
ma'am. At
We
the
have to
local
file again
committee.
local committee.
Yes, again, local committee. So, are these two things very much clear to all of you? That
Yes,
if it
ma'am.
is unorganized
Yes.
dwelling house, you have to complain to the local committee. If it is against the employer, you have to complain to the local committee. All right. Yes. Now we move ahead. It is the duty of employer to first draft the policy. So every organization should have its own policy, right? A POSH policy. Now, let me tell you that I have changed the policy of many organizations and I have made it gender neutral. So, you can do this by the Supreme Court judgment, which is given, and they say that you can have this gender neutral policy. All right. Formulate an internal committee to handle complaints. So, first of all, they have to have the policy in place. Second, they have to have the internal complaint committee to, handle these complaints. Then they have to appoint external member, preferably having legal knowledge or somebody who is connected to NGO or who has working for the cause of women, right? it doesn't stop here. They have to give training to the employees, awareness training twice a year. All right, and report the number of cases filed and action taken annually. So they have to make the annual report also as to these were the cases of sexual harassment, this was the action taken by the employer. Everything should be mentioned in that annual report. All right, so these are the responsibilities of the.
Ma'am, you said about Supreme Court judgment for making it gender neutral.
Huh. Yes, yes.
Which judgment, ma'am?
I'll send you. We'll be discussing that too. Very important session is tomorrow's session. Please don't miss it. We are going to talk about some very important judgments and how the inquiry is to be conducted. Very, very important. All right.
Ma'am, are these annual reports supposed to be submitted to anyone?
Again, dear, fifth day, if you see the course flow on fifth day, we are going to talk about annual report, what should be the content of annual report, where you have to submit it, when you have to submit it, everything, so that you are thoroughly well prepared to even do all the compliance of the company. So please go through the course flow and you will see there how we are going step by step. And in the end, still if you have any doubt, we will be resolving that. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Don't worry. This is something we are doing for the students who are left, after taking the degree of law or any their earning periods is very late, so we all have introduced cases wherein they would be able to do this kind of work. And we are holding nothing, we are giving everything, right from how to what should be there in the training for the employees, what would be the responsibility of the employer, how the inquiry should be conducted. Mastering the investigation is very important, as somebody was, so that means what, how you investigate the matter, what are the rules that you need to follow, what are the precautions that you need to take, and cases relating to that we are going to see tomorrow. And last day we are going to see about the policy and annual submission, so don't worry. Okay, so its employers' responsibilities goes beyond the ICC, safe environment, awareness workshops, misconduct treatment, and monitor the compliance. You have to actively monitor the compliance of the act. All right. Zero tolerance for sexual harassment. Open communication, you have to keep one box wherein if sometimes a woman is not comfortable complaining. Recently I had been to one company and they invited me because in their complaint box they received something like I have been sexually harassed, but I'm not able to come forward comfortable with this, I'm scared of particular things. So then they approached me and then this we had all this compliance in set. So there should be an open communication, people should feel very comfortable talking about these incidences which are happening, right? A woman should not feel like, how should I go further, these kind of things should not be there. So trainings are something which will make them mature also, which will also reduce the false complaint and which will also encourage them if such things are happening. So we don't encourage any false allegations, but at the same time we don't want them to keep quiet on things which are happening in this way. All right, so continuous training is something which is very important because updating them with the latest case laws is very important. Like I said, somebody calling fatty will also amount to sexual harassment. So stop calling somebody in this name, right? I remember here Tukaram Maharaj Abhanga again. जिभेवरी ताबा जिभेवरी ताबा सर्व सुखदाता पानी वाणी नानी नासूने. Why I'm telling you this abhangas in between is because of IKS, those who are into educational setup. They probably might have to give the training including IKS. So please use make of this. I have also conducted a posh training in a musical way where all Bollywood songs were there. If time permits, we'll have that small session on that also for 10 minutes. But let's finish this first. All right. So here the majority of the responsibility lies on the employer. Employees do have some responsibilities, which I have given here, but it's limited when it comes to sexual harassment. But the major responsibility lies on the employer to have the posh policy, to appoint the ICC, to have the zero tolerance culture at the organization, if at all such thing happens, then if there are some certain punishments which are prescribed by the ICC, it is the employer's duty to implement on those suggestions, recommendations, punishments which are given within 60 days. All right. So there, that time limit and all, everything we are going to discuss tomorrow, don't worry. So they have to implement on that, and then they also have to submit the annual report, right? So with this, I request you for 5 more minutes. Please give me thumbs up if you all agree, and we'll just take one small quiz quickly so that there is clarity in everything. Are you all okay with this? Please show me that.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. And I'll
Yes,
just
ma'am.
quickly go through this quiz if you all are ready. I want answer from all of you now. I don't want any particular person now answering this. Okay. What action does the complaints committee take if the sexual harassment complaint is found to be false or malicious?
Section 14 applies.
The committee here, the answer is what? Please
Option
answer
B.
in what is given in this format. Yes, you're right.
The committee recommends the employer.
Yes.
Option B.
Yes. Situations involving sexual harassment are usually self contained, causing little to no effect on the rest of the company as a whole. True or false?
False. False.
False.
False, because it has a whole lot of impact on an organization as well. The atmosphere is not good, productivity, morale of the employees goes down, goodwill is at stake, right? If an incident of sexual harassment occurs at an official company function, the employer is liable even if the event is held after hours
True.
or of company property.
True.
Yes,
True.
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 To qualify as sexual harassment, the parties have to be of the opposite sex.
False.
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 Yes. Is this not moving? If you ignore the behavior of sexual harassment, it will ultimately stop or go
False.
on.
False.
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 Everybody,
False.
please.
False.
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 If your intentions are good, your behavior cannot be
False.
considered sexual harassment.
False.
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 Intent doesn't matter.
Oh,
Impact matters.
impact.
Impact matters.
Which theory applies here, dear participants?
False.
Impact versus
Intent,
Impact is
impact.
Intent versus impact.
Result impact.
Intent versus impact theory. Don't forget that. Okay?
Yes.
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 True. Yes.
Yes.
That we have already discussed. We
We
have
already
already discussed that.
covered this.
Yes, yes. So we stop here for today and see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow's session is very, very, very important. Please don't miss it because we are going to discuss about inquiry, how to conduct the inquiry, role of ICC. If you happen to be an external member, it will be very, very useful for you. That is very important, and all other important aspects we are going to discuss tomorrow. So please don't miss tomorrow's session. See you sharp at 7 o'clock tomorrow. Please be in time so that then we don't have to wait after this. Okay? Bye bye. Good night,
When
everybody.
will
Hi,
you
thank
be
you so much,
taking the
Amba.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes,
Thank
and
you,
one more
ma'am.
thing,
Thank
one
you,
more thing,
ma'am.
please. One more thing. Please give us a feedback if you happen to give us a small video about the sessions which are being conducted. I would really, really appreciate about it. So please, and it will be really good if you give the feedback in a video form. Thank you so much.
Mithila, when will you be taking the question answers?
I'll post it today only. Questions I'll post it today.
No, one or two questions about today's this thing explanation. I just wanted to ask.
I'm not getting you. Just give me a minute. I'll stop recording and then we can talk on this. Just give me a minute.